guys, welcome to my mental health corner. This is a space that I just wanted to create so that I have a space to talk to you guys about anything and all things mental health. Please be interactive in this space. If there is any questions that you may have about anything about therapy, anything about mental health, anything that you don't understand, this can be a space for you to ask those questions. I know that many of us do not know a therapist in person, but I want to be that person that you guys feel safe enough to say, let's ask a question about therapy or about mental health, about issues that you may not feel free asking others about. This can be a space for you, especially if it's about mental health. Okay. So this is my mental health space. I am encouraging you guys to use the comment and please go ahead and interact and ask questions of any concerns that you may have about mental health. Okay. So I am going to start this off with giving you guys a quick 5 myths about mental health or therapy. Because I know that a lot of people are reluctant to go to therapy because of the things that they hear out there in the world. And I'm telling you right now, it's a myth. Therapy is an amazing, safe space where you can talk about anything and everything that you want to. The sky is the limit for that space. So, my first myth is myth number one: therapy is only for people who have serious mental health. And we know that that is not true. There's a generation out there that has their therapists on speed dial right now. The Gen Zers love them because they have recognized that life will continue to be lifing. And as long as life will be lifing, guess what? There's always going to be things that are going to come up in our life where we would like an expert advice on or a specialist advice on. And that is where a therapist can come in, right? And again, therapy is for anyone who's looking to improve themselves. Therapy is anyone who is looking to get advice, information, tools about whether it's anxiety, depression, grief, whatever you're going through in your life, in your day-to-day life. I trust you. Trust me, excuse me, there is a therapist out there that specializes in whatever it is. And even if it's relationship, there is a therapist out there who can specialize in relationship, in depression, in anxiety, in grief, in any of those things that you may be dealing with right now and can give you great tools and information that you can use to help yourself. So therapy is not for just for those that are seriously mentally ill anymore. That is definitely a myth. Going to therapy means you're weak. Myth number two, such a big myth. Because to me, going to therapy means that you're strong. Guess what? When you go and you sit in that chair or you do it virtually, as I do, and you open up and you allow yourself to be vulnerable with a professional, that is not weakness. That is strength. It takes a certain type of individual with courage and strength to open up and allow someone else to come in and guide them in their life. And asking for help is never a sign of weakness. It's being smart. If there is someone out there who has an expertise in something, why not go to that person? It only makes sense. And I hope that makes sense to you as well. So it is not a myth, it's actually showing strength. Myth number three, guys, talking to friends is the same as talking to a therapist. That is such a myth. How many of you would like to bog down your friends every single week or more with your stuff? Is it fair to your friends to have to sit and listen to your stuff every single day or week or however often you speak with them? It's not fair. And again, the kind of advice that they're going to give you is advice based on maybe their experience or not, if they haven't experienced what you're going through. But imagine speaking to a therapist or someone who can guide you in the right direction, who could give you tools to help you work through your problems. And proven tools, not just any type of tools, proven techniques, right? So I'm a CBT based therapist. We have CBT, we have DBT, we have, cognitive behavioral skills, we have motivational listening. There is so many interventions that therapists use to help their clients get their desired results. There is no way that a friend can do that. They might give you great advice. I'm not saying they won't give you good advice, but I don't know if they can give you the tools to help you get through, depending, of course, on the issue that you may have. So, of course, again, a person who has the expertise and who has gone through the schooling and who has the tools to give you the keys, the tools are the keys for you to use to help you, again, can be so beneficial than speaking to a friend. Of course, you can speak to your friend about a problem, but speaking to a therapist about that same problem will yield you in a different manner. Myth number four, therapists just listen. They don't actually do anything. So, like I just said, right, based on your particular symptoms, based on what you're coming into therapy for, of course, we are trained listeners, but after we have listened, now it's our turn to give you something, right? Because we don't want our clients to be suffering needlessly, right? When we can give you a tool, we can give you an assignment, we can give you something that will help to alleviate that symptom. That's what therapists do. Yes, we listen, but we also take action because we want our clients to feel better. That's the reason why we're in this field, right? Myth number five, once you start therapy, you'll be in it forever. And that is definitely a myth, right? Most of our diagnosis, anxiety, depression, once you get those tools from a therapist and you start utilizing those tools, you don't have to be in therapy forever. You can literally be in therapy for a couple of months. But what I've found is people love the therapy space. I've found that my clients, even though a lot of them have the tools, because life continues to be lifing, they want to have a person in place for when things happen. So they might have tools to help them for certain symptoms, but when life continues to go on and it's always going to be stressors in our life because we live on this earth and live on this planet, of course, it's going to continue to happen. They love having a therapist on speed dial or someone that they could call. So you don't have to be in therapy forever. Once your goal is achieved, you can say, hey, I'm feeling much better. My goal is achieved. You and your therapist will work it out and you will decide when is a good time to end. But again, I've found that a lot of my clients love to be in therapy for a long time. But that's definitely a myth that it's forever because it doesn't have to be forever. Once the symptoms and your goals that you have set in the beginning of each session, your initial session, then you don't have to be in therapy forever. But it's such a healthy space. It's such a unique space. Of course, many people want to be in it for longer than they have set their mindset. And of course, if the client is one of those proactive client who's in and who's doing the work, oh, definitely. You don't have to be in therapy forever. Not at all. Not at all. Again, guys, these are just 5 myths of mental health about mental health. There is so much more that we can talk about, but I don't want to have these videos too long because I want you guys to be engaged and I want you guys to tune in. So again, please leave me any questions or any comments that you may have right there in the box underneath, and I will try to get to them as soon and as quickly as I can. All right, you guys, and also, oh my gosh, I almost forgot that if there are topics mental health topics or therapy topics that you would like me to talk about and explain more, oh my gosh, please feel free to drop those in the chat as well. Okay. I hope you guys are staying cool because it's really, really, really hot outside. It's summer and we're having a heat wave. Stay cool, and I will see you guys in the next video.